Worse and worse. What the hell is going on? Joseph Davis Super Tackle. Can't believe we're losing to Tommy Gabagool. Well, Tyrod Taylor's playing, but it's like the Eagles, man. This team quit. You can't tell me this is not a team that quit. How do you keep a coach that has this kind of collapse? Eagles are a joke. It is bad. Cowboys scored today. Field goal or touchdown. 500 living in the past conference later takes Sirianni says we just need to figure things out. Sirianni's done, dude. You can't keep a coach like this. Why would a stupid Siri just Philly still stink. It's beyond stink. It's beyond stinks. Super Davis Super Chat, my man. Joe Davis Super Chat. Frauds cry, Eagles cry. Hey, Davis Super Chat, stop your whining. 500. Yeah, stop my whining. Yeah, that's the big problem. My whining. Falls Parks, member for 5.
Of Green Bay Packers success. Absolutely. I mean, this is such a fascinating matchup in so many ways, and it wouldn't be a Cowboy game if we didn't have Micah Parsons guaranteeing something. And so here's this week's edition of Micah Parsons Has Something to Say.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had this much confidence or a greater feel than I have with this offense, with this team, with our approach and how we're going to go and take care of things.
You're going to be phenomenal or forgot?
Hopefully it's phenomenal. Well, I'm not even hopefully. I'm going to be phenomenal. I'm not even going to let y'all think that. I'm going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be fucking phenomenal.
All right, so those were in the reverse order than I was expecting, but either way, you heard Dak say what he always says, and you heard Micah say what he always says. And so, look, they've got to go in confident. I'm going to get keys to everybody, but as you talk about Aaron Jones, I thought it was interesting the way you said, get Jordan Love comfortable and all that. On some level, I feel like the Packers are playing with house money. Yes, I get it. He's a kid, Jordan Love, and everything else, but their season is already a success. I mean, I could feel it getting very tight in that building if this game is close at halftime.
Well, no, and that's the point, right? You want to get this game into the fourth quarter with your young quarterback that has shown throughout fourth quarters of games that he can be a guy that finds a way to make plays. Jordan Love right now is showing you that the Green Bay Packers made the right decision. They made the right decision in drafting him. They made the right decision in moving on from Aaron Rodgers, as Pat McAfee had to recently this week. When you look at all the different things that we've seen from this team down the stretch, the one thing that stands out most is how much better the offense is with Aaron Jones. And I think adding that piece to what Jordan Love can do, along with those first and second year receivers, is huge, especially playing at AT&T.
We did not talk about that in the meeting. That did not come up in the meeting.
You mean Pat McAfee and Brian Gutekunst being compared together?
Fair enough. Okay. In the meantime, that's very funny. All right. Let me. Here's what I always like to bring for everyone who's getting set to watch this game. Is because we could put the picks up on the screen. Everybody thinks the Cowboys are going to win, and I get it. So I always like to ask everybody, what's the one thing that you give the fans to watch at the beginning of the game that tells you how this thing is going to go? So, D. Wood, what do you have your eye on early in this game that might say to you, hey, the Packers are going to be in this?
I want to see how this Green Bay defense adjusts to C.D. Lamb. C.D. Lamb over the last 12 games has about 1,400 yards. That man has been balling out of his mind. See the connection that Dak Prescott has with C.D. Lamb. So
that's fire.
What do to try to take him away, because he's such a big part of what Dallas wants to do offensively.
Yeah, that's a critical part, clearly, of what they've been doing of late. I would say that C.D. Lamb has been the offensive player of the year over the last 3 months. What are you watching?
Tony Pollard. Green Bay really struggles playing defense, especially on first down. Got this great stat from Hembo. They give up 5.8 yards a carry. So to RC's point about Aaron Jones, I think this game's really simple. I think Dallas has 39 minutes of time of possession. Greedy. Tony Pollard rushes for 150, 180 yards.
What?
That would be great.
When last time
you seen Mike McCarthy call a bunch of run plays like that?
I just want to run the football.
In his DNA.
Tony Pollard better go for 99 on one of them.
Yeah. And then we're halfway there.
Graziano, you also like the Cowboys big in this game.
Yeah, it'd take Tony Pollard 3 weeks to get 180 yards. That's not, look, I mean, but it's a horrendous matchup for the Green Bay defense. Dak Prescott, fourth in the league in QBR on throws between the numbers. Green Bay's defense is 32nd in the league in opposing QBR.
Something got to give.
QBR between the numbers 88.2. Tom Brady's QBR in 2007 was 87. So you have literally the greatest.
The best quarterback in the world when you play the Green Bay Packers.
Ever. Every week. By kind of a lot. So I just think it sets up very bad. I think the Cowboys can score 40 points in this game. It could be that bad.
I hear you, and Mike T's saying this, and I get it. And yet, I don't mean to sound like our friend Mr. Stephen A. Smith, but every time you think everything should go their way, RC, is exactly what it tends not to.
And I know, but like there's a first time for everything.
Right.
Like every time, like there's times that teams evolve, right? There's New York Giants teams that get into the playoffs that are 9-7 that find a way to beat the best team there ever was. And so I think that the Dallas Cowboys have matured. I believe their quarterback has matured more than anyone in the NFL. Now it is, can that quarterback and Mike McCarthy make the right decisions in crunch time?
There you go.
I haven't seen that from those two. That is why staying close, making this a tight game until the fourth quarter matters. Because let's think about last week. The Detroit Lions didn't play well. They kept it close. Right. What did Mike McCarthy do on second down? Instead of running the football, he throws an option route outside that could be a go ball or a stop. So now you put it in their hands, it's incomplete. You give the ball back to the Detroit Lions with enough time to drive down and score.
It's one game.
Not for a penalty, you lose that game. Yep. That's what you did going into the playoffs. Keep it close, Green Bay Packers, and you never know what can happen.
No,
I think the Cowboys
try the Commanders game where Dak Prescott went off.
One person's opinion. Everyone here likes Dallas. As we continue the question.
All right. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here for my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Welcome on this finally freaking Friday night. Hope everybody's had a great week. The Dallas Cowboys, things look great. Things look great this week. We got great news as far as on the health front. We had Tyler Smith practicing. We talking about practice, not the game, but he was practicing. You had Stephon Gilmore, and when he went down there at the Commanders game, it was like when dude got punched in the face, man. When dude got punched in the face, I thought he was knocked down and knocked out. And I thought when I saw Stephon go down, I was like, oh, man. But he's okay. They popped his shoulder right back in. He was sore, but full pads, ready to go, of course, on Sunday as well. And we've got Hankins, who amazed me because the first play of the game was a screen pass outside. And Hankins, the big man in the middle, the guy who Micah Parsons says is the immovable force, he don't move. Unlike Jordan Davis, who's so fat he can't move. There's a difference. He's back. And so health-wise, the medical malfunctions aren't there. The medical malfunctions aren't there. We're going into this game healthy. Now, here's what's kind of, I didn't think about this at first, okay, because all pro, okay? Now, these are great to have the regular season awards and everything. Thomas Garrett in the house. Let me say hello to the lovely ladies. Lady Libra in the house. Miss Hot Sauce in the house. What's up, Lola? The puppies. Oh, they're so cute. The puppies are so cute. What's up, Angelica Barone? Let's see. We've got Stacy Schubert. Roland's Reviews rolling right on in here. What's up, Stacy? Let me see. Let me go back in the chat here. I just got back home from being down at the Red Brick House and stuff. Had a white knuckle drive getting back here because it was raining cats and dogs. Seriously, it was pouring down. I was like, coming down. I mean, it was bad. It was bad, and it was dark and it's hard time to see. Christina Johnson. What's up, Christina? And Holly Pierce. Holly Pierce in the house. What's up, Holly? Matt, I'm doing good, buddy. Let me see. Did I miss any of the lovely ladies? If I did, please hit me up again, as I'm going backwards here. All right, so we are locked and loaded health-wise. And I did Christina Caramel Corn. What's up, Crystal Caramel Corn? Anna, what's up, Anna Banana? Anna Castro, welcome, Anna. I don't remember seeing you in here before. Appreciate it. It's snow up here, super cold this weekend. Matt, it's actually getting cold up here this week, too. It's like basically going to be going downhill. I think by Tuesday, I think the high temperature with snow is going to be 30 degrees and 8 degrees at night, and up here that's cold for us. Okay, you know, we get all 4 seasons here in the Washington Metroplex area. You know, we get hot in the summer and a little bit cold from the winter, and then next day it's real warm. So it's just crazy. But the Cowboys are going to this game healthy, which is crazy. Now, when I saw the all-pro list today, I was happy to see Dak Prescott. Teresa Jacobs. What's up, Teresa, with the super chat? Teresa Jacobs. We've done a whole bunch of different plaques and stuff that we are going to be giving away. Game time tomorrow and Sunday and stuff. So shout out to everybody who's doing super chats. We will be giving away a whole bunch of stuff. And Mike got out. If you are a tailgate member, about how many you got left, Mike? About 10 left to go out? Okay, if you're a tailgate member, the Here You Go shot glasses are in the mail. I think there's about 8 or 9 left that'll be going out tomorrow. Sorry, you won't get them all before the game, but you'll have them hopefully before the Cowboys have their second game. Dak delusional fans with more excuses. Why does All-Pro mean something now? It's just at least, you know what, Dak delusional fan, I know you're coming in with the negativity, bro. I know you're coming in with the negativity. It's just that after constantly hearing people like you that say Dak is trash, Dak is garbage, Dak was a wasted pick, Dak, needs to be replaced, Dak is whack, dink and dunk Dak, Dak sucks, Mr. Garbage Time, Mr. Bus Driver, he's not a game changer, he's just a game manager. It's nice to see finally that they get some recognition. Is that okay? Can I enjoy this for a minute? Can I enjoy it after constantly since 2016 listening to all these jackasses that say he's a bum? Listening to people say he'll be flipping burgers in 2 years. Listen to people that say trash him, start Romo, I miss Romo, he'll never be anything. Can I enjoy it for a second? Seriously. What I'm hoping for, Dak delusional fan, is that when Dak Prescott has finished his career with the Dallas Cowboys in football, that he owns all that shit. All of it. Super Bowl trophies, Super Bowl MVP, All-Pro, Man of the Year, MVP. I want him to have all of those things. So all of these mother humpers, all you motherfuckers, that's right, I said motherfuckers, that have hated on him and said that he was shit, have to eat freaking crow. Is that all right? Is that all right, Dak Delusional? Because you've been saying for years, Dak sucks. You can't say that right now. You can't say that. Because here's what's kind of crazy. He leads the NFL in touchdown passes, right? But he's not leading the NFL in interceptions. Pamela Savage, what's up, Pamela? Another one of my tailgate crew. What's crazy is if you take all the games that he came out of the game, left early, I guarantee you got about 2.5 more games of playing time that he could have been out there padding the stats. You can't tell me if he didn't play, the fourth quarter against the Commanders that he doesn't get another touchdown pass and another, 50, 75 yards. Is that conceivable? You can't tell me all those games that he ended up coming out because we had already mollywopped him that he couldn't have been in there padding his stats. And Ben, say, 5,000 yards passing, say, 40 TDs. He could have been doing that because y'all used to say, well, it's just garbage time yards. Well, you can't say they're garbage time because they put Cooper Rush in for garbage time. How about that? I get tired of, I don't understand this generation that is always about the negativity, that you can't find any freaking thing good to say. Now, back to this All-Pro. It's just kind of funny because this is what Marcus Mosher actually tweeted out, and it makes 100% sense. Let me read it to you, this tweet. And see, this is where, when you heard some of everybody's got their list these days. Everybody's got their All-Pro list, okay? Even Philly 500 probably got his own All-Pro, and it's all Eagles. Casey Stewart in the house early. What's up, Casey? So you saw the boys at Pro Football Focus, they came out with their list and stuff and had Josh Allen as the number 2. Not Dak Prescott. They at least had Micah Parsons. And then you had NFLPA came out with theirs. And I don't think that Micah Parsons was on that one. And here's what's crazy is Micah Parsons led the NFL in pressures with 103, right? He also led the NFL in hurries with 69. He finished second in win rate at 27.5 and was the most double-team player in the NFL. And they only called 2 holding penalties against any offensive lineman playing against him. And as he put it, the AP doesn't care because he's second team. So you have Micah Parsons with the numbers there. They give it to Myles Garrett because they say he was more impactful. And then you have Dak Prescott, who you have to look at and say is more impactful, has the numbers. And they give it to Lamar Jackson because they say he's more impactful. Joanne Gonzalez, welcome, Joanne. What's up? And so it's kind of like Micah Parsons is kind of pissed a little bit. Help me, Rhonda. Rhonda, lovely Sparks. What's going on? Beast mode Parsons coming. And this is where, listening to this week, it's funny because I've seen more titles of Cowboys on upset alert. I've heard more people talking about how great Jordan Love has been playing. Let's dig into this for a second here. I want to go through their schedule, okay? If that's all right with y'all. I want to go through the schedule here because in my mind, Jordan Love hasn't faced a defense like this one. They beat the Chicago Bears week 1, 38-20. They lost to the Atlanta Falcons 25-24. I know they said they've been playing a bit greater later than early in the season. They beat New Orleans 18-17. Lost to the Lions 34-20. And this is early part of the season. Lost to the Raiders 13-17. This is before the Raiders got Antonio Pierce. Lost to Denver 17-19. Lost to Minnesota 24-10. They did beat the Rams 20-3. They lost to Pittsburgh 19-23. They beat the Chargers 23-20. They did beat the Lions one time, division foe, 29-22. They beat Kansas City, where we can't say Kansas City is the same team, but that's a quality win, 27-19. And they lost to the Giants 24-22. They lost to Tampa Bay 34-20. They beat the Panthers. And they beat the Vikings. And they beat the Bears. So their win streak is the Carolina Panthers, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Bears. I'm not trying to throw shade on them I'm not trying to belittle them, but I'm sorry. The Bears, the Vikings, and the Panthers is not a juggernaut. And none of those teams have anything near the defense that we have. They just don't. They just don't. And if you think that they do, I can't help you. They do, with Aaron Jones, have a great running attack, which you can look at and say has been the Dallas Cowboys' weakness. But what I will say about the Dallas Cowboys' defense against the run, they have changed completely their effectiveness since the Buffalo Bills game. And mind you, back to Josh Allen, where everybody's like, oh, Josh Allen, Josh Allen's better than Dak Prescott. He should be in the MVP and stuff. I want you to remember what the Buffalo Bills' idea was going against the Cowboys. That was, let's get the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. Let's run the football. I think Josh Allen had less than 100 yards. If I'm correct, if I remember correctly. They rushed the ball for 266 yards. And so to say that Josh Allen I guess he's the most valuable by not playing or not throwing the football, is that where we're at? That's just me. Now, we did get more good news this week, thank God, because Will McClay, to me, has been completely outstanding and has changed the dynamics of the Cowboys in the same way that Jerry Jones finally gave credit to Jimmy Johnson. He needs to give credit to Will McClay as the head of scouting, because when you start thinking about guys like Zach Martin, who have 8 All-Pros, when you think about seeing teams like the Giants that have been constantly trying to draft offensive linemen, when you see teams like the Eagles that end up giving away the farm to try and get a guy that they think is going to be impactful like Jordan Davis, and he seems to be like the reincarnation of Albert Haynesworth via the Redskins, you start realizing what this guy has actually been able to do. For us to find guys like Peyton Hendershot, or as an undrafted rookie free agent, or to find guys like Terrence Steele. I know Terrence Steele's not had a great year, but a lot of that can be put on him being, coming back from injury and stuff. To find guys like Micah Parsons that fit your system, that are truly game changers, and getting that guy, trading back and getting a Goldston with the extra pick, as opposed to the Eagles just literally imploding with most of their draft picks. You have to realize that a lot of that is because of Will McClay and the stability that he has brought to the organization. And for him to say, I am not taking interviews when teams would love to have that guy, is huge. Now, for this to be a perfect week, we beat the Green Bay Packers, and we hear the same thing from Dan Quinn. Because Dan Quinn, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I remember 2020, and 2020 was so hideous. I don't even want to think about how bad that defense was. That defense was historically gave up more points per game than any other team in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. And for us to be where we are with that defense, without necessarily going out and signing big name free agents like, say the Rams did or the Eagles did, to basically do this in-house with Will McClay and Dan Quinn. For me, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm doing everything possible to let him know, you are the coach in waiting for the Dallas Cowboys. I need you. And it speaks volumes when you hear Micah Parsons talk about, basically, we've got to win this one now. It's going to be the ride that we go here with Dan Quinn and send him out with a bang. And, mind you, he might take me with him. You want to make sure you hold on to that guy. Now, as far as our run game goes, I'm pulling up the statistics here. Forgive me, I didn't have enough time to get everything set up like I usually do. Run-wise, we gave up 266 yards to Buffalo, which was a disgrace. This was like Dallas Cowboys defenses of 2020. And I think, honestly, I believe that the Cowboys went into that game and that they started believing the hype, that they got too full of themselves. They're looking at Buffalo that was going downhill, Josh Allen with all the turnovers and everything else. They figure all we got to do is show up. But it doesn't matter in the NFL who you're playing. You got to show up full force, ready to go, because anybody can beat you. And they literally embarrassed the Cowboys. They did. But the following week against the Miami Dolphins, another really good run team, the Cowboys only gave up 91. And the Lions, another really good run team, they only gave up 125. Now, 125, I'd rather keep them under 100. But considering that that's one of the strengths of the Miami Dolphins, you kept them to 125. The Lions, you kept them to 125. That's not the worst thing in the world. The Commanders, well, they don't do much of anything well, and you held them 50 yards. So I can't really say that that's a measuring stick. But you can look and say that the Cowboys run defense, where they're literally telling you that's the weakness for the Cowboys, is trending in the right direction. And the fact that 3 of those games that I just mentioned, the 266, the 91, the 125, were without Hankins, who is your immovable force. He is your roll-off dumpster full of gravel. He has been an absolute positive beast. Christina Johnson, excuse me, you want to change that? What's going on in the chat? I think that we do well against the run. Before I get into deeper too, I gotta open up something here, because I got this from Cowboy VA. He sent this to me, and it came yesterday, I believe. Shout out to my man for sending this. A gift for Jobu Sports, and I wish I had a knife, but let's see if we can use a pen. Damn. Cowboy VA. It ain't pretty, but damn. I can't get in the damn thing. There we go. I literally can't. I don't know what kind of tape. Super tape. Shit. That's some hellacious tape. Damn. Oh, here we go. This is actually perfect because, I love this. Fergalicious. It's Jake Ferguson's number. And I'm going to say, shout out to Cowboy VA. Ferguson is going to be our key for the playoffs. Because here's the thing for me. Kellen Moore, who, believe it or not, they say he's the odds-on favorite to be the coach of the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, there you go. I guess they'll be firing somebody within 2 years again. But be that as it may, I don't mean to sully the man. I hope he gets a job, hope he's successful and all that, someplace else other than here. Here is my thing. If you've been watching me since 2016, Tyler Joyce, what's up? Eastside Herald, Dalton Schultz will be making big plays tomorrow. Okay, Eastside. Kiwana Gibson, Miss Gibson in the house. Okay. If you have been watching me since 2016, things that I've always wanted and said we need are, one, a big run stuffer. There you got it, right there. We got Hankins right now. Hopefully, Mozzie Smith is the anti-Jordan Davis. That he comes along and has a very successful career. He's just slow starting. Jordan Davis kind of came out there out the box looking really good, and then his career's kind of turned to shit. Okay, because he's been eating too much shit. He's been hanging out with Philly 500 too much, eating too much damn pizza and cheesesteaks, okay? Let's hope that he ends up becoming, like a lot of the guys that we drafted the year before, key players the next year, okay? Thing with Kellen Moore that always bothered me was when it came to playoffs, we ended up just forgetting the shit we did good. Forgetting about the people that played well. And one of the things that was good the year before was actually 12 personnel. And you can see that Jake Ferguson is stepping up and becoming that guy that can go down the seam and make some plays, not just catch the football like Jason Witten, because Jason Witten was always getting the numbers of catches because teams would say, do we want Amari Cooper catching the ball because he can go to the house? You know, maybe not. You know, do we want Zeke? No, we don't want Zeke. He can go to the house. Maybe we're better off letting Jason Witten, excuse me, letting Jason Witten catch the ball because he ain't breaking no tackles. He'll catch the football, but it'll be 6 or 7 yards, and we can tackle him right there. Amari Cooper could go to the house, so they would basically leave him open. Basically leave him open and let him dink and dunk to that guy. You know, you won't kill us that way. But Jake Ferguson now, unlike Dalton Schultz, and shout out to Eastside Herald, you got Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz was not getting yards after catch. Dalton Schultz would catch the ball and go right out of bounds or go right down. Jake Ferguson can carry that ball down the field. And when you watch him, you look and you start thinking about the possibilities of tight end that you say, oh my God, we got a really good tight end. We got a really good tight end. And the thing is if you remember back when, you know, the Patriots had Gronk and Hernandez, before Hernandez went, you know, kind of cray-cray. You think about how dynamic those two tight ends are. You know, when you look at Tom Brady, his tight ends numbers were as good or better than almost all of his wide receivers. Because I look at a tight end and I say, it's a magical position. Because if you put in Peyton Hendershot and Jake Ferguson, and you go to the line of scrimmage, you got two tight ends. You're the defense. Okay, they're in a heavy package. They got 7 guys that can block, right? You got Tony Pollard in the backfield, right? Then you shift. All of a sudden, Jake Ferguson goes wide. You go in motion, Tony Pollard goes in motion. Now, all of a sudden, if the defense put 8 men in the box to try and stop you, you got 5 guys out here that are ready to go down the field. And with Dak Prescott, a guy who has always been good at finding the open guy, you eat up the defense. Or I line up with the 2 tight ends. They stay in a nickel defense. Okay, I'll run on that all day. And this is playoffs when you need to be able to run the football. And you need that security blanket, that guy that's outside. And when you look back last year, we didn't really use him. And he was still wet behind the ears as a rookie. The year before that, it was just Dalton Schultz, and he wasn't a game changer. Now you have a guy who's potentially becoming a game changer at tight end. You're so much better. Mark, I'm spitting. Okay, I'm spitting facts, okay? I'm spitting facts, okay? Sorry, my throat's a little bit dry, and it's just kind of, it's just a little, I got a bit of a sore throat. My voice has been kind of shot since the Commanders game when I was yelling and screaming for my team, okay? I got a little bit of a lisp out here, okay? So I'm spitting, okay? At least you're all the way on the other side of the screen, and the spit's not hitting you in the face, okay? Damn. I'm spitting facts, all right? Damn.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn
There
thing.
you go. All right. Like I said, I got a little bit of a cold and a sore throat, so forgive me, man. And I rushed my ass home so I could be here for you, my man. All right. Philadelphia, your team is tanking. Oh, my God. Do we actually have any? I don't even remember seeing Twiz in here. Is Twiz even in here? Are any Eagle fans in here? We may not see Eagle fans until next year. I'm being honest right now. Go and take something hard. I'm sorry, Christine. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm good. I'm good. Listen, the show must go on. Fan of the Cowboys. Dak finding open 49er. Oh, there we go. Cottonmouth. There you go. Cottonmouth. And my mouth is trying to quench it and all that. Okay. Well, here, look. Okay, there we go. Eagles are done. Buccaneers beat them on Monday night. Cry, Eagles, cry. Darren Posey. Hey, Marcus. Twiz Digga is here. But did you guys hear this today? Did you guys hear about A.J. Brown today? Now, he's injured. He hurt his knee. He was playing status was going to be in doubt anyway because it looked bad. But he didn't show up today at practice, and all his social media has literally been deleted of any Eagles content. Every single day, you've heard something else that's come out. Yesterday, it was Jordan Davis and his fat ass is getting fined every week because he's overweight. Every day this week it has been Nick Sirianni is coaching for his job. I text Philly 500 and I said, Philly, what the hell's going on with your team? He's like, I don't know. How do you go from being a 10-1 team to 11-6 and firing your coach that was in the Super Bowl the year before? Dem boys kicks, what's up? That shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. And as much as I heard from Eagle fans all last year, we in the Super Bowl, you guys suck and everything else. Dak Prescott is whack. Dak dink and dunk, Dak trash cut, Dak the turnover machine. I won't hear those things this year. I really don't think I will hear those things this year. And I'm not sure if my channel will be able to survive the mass exit of Eagle fans. Except for Twiz. Twiz is here. And Philadelphia, of course, has nowhere else to go. Gina Dallas Diva announced. What's up, Gina Dallas Diva? Eagle fans realize Sirianni is a fraud. What's up, Mark? Them boys kicks. I'll be right here. I'm still not sure. Mike, what big sub should we do? We know not steak and cheese. I think I definitely should make a big pot of chili.
Definitely chili because when it get cold.
Make a giant grilled cheese. We can make a giant grilled cheese. So, Eagles stink right now. Eagles fumbled the division. Oh, I heard about Bill Belichick firing. Sorry, he needs to retire. That was great. They got a new coach. Yeah, they promoted Gerard Mayo. And they basically had that deal in place as a succession for Bill Belichick when he finally went. I wish the Cowboys could do something like that with Dan Quinn and say, you are the coach in waiting. But you have the Rooney rule, which would prevent you from being able to do that. TC, you're right, possum. Limburger, Mark. Oh, no, not the Limburger cheese. That stank. It stinks. Then we finish them off, Boomer. Dusty rings. Okay. I should do a cheese fondue. Yes, grilled cheese. A grilled cheese sub is worse than an egg sub. David Wiley. David, you tell me. Chef David in the house. David gets a definite thank you because without David last week at the tailgate, we would have been screwed because he took care of getting... He's a beast. David, ideas for subs for Sunday. Still not Felix. I talked to Michael today because I thought we had the Micah one, and we'll have to cut another Micah one unless you'd like a different one. I was looking, I've got Here We Go and all those and stuff, but I haven't been here, and so I thought we had gotten that one done, and maybe it went out to somebody else, but I don't have a Micah one currently carved, okay? If we move on from Gallup after this year, we'll take position at number 3, Turpin or the Dallas Cowboys for life. It's a little early to talk about who we're worried about for next year, but the problem with Michael Gallup is you're going to have about a $13 million dead hit, which is about basically what his salary would be next year. And I'm not sure that you want to take that dead hit and leave the hole, but you kind of look at it and say, he has just not been good. I don't know what happened with Michael Gallup, but it has just been not good. Lurie won't like it if we lose and Nick will be gone. He'll cost the home playoff games. Matt says, cook whatever you want. Cowboys 38, Packers 17. I like that hotel, Papa. In my mind, I think the Cowboys are feeling good. I mean, you think about last year's wild card game where we went on the road to Tampa and blew doors, 5 TD passes by Dak Prescott and stuff. I think the Cowboys will get this one going away. But it is the NFL. Oh, my football. Here we go. There we go. It's bouncing around a bit. It's kind of bouncing a little bit. There we go. There we go. We got it going. Thank you very much. You see how focus and talk is on Cowboys because the NFC Championship game. That'll be short-lived if they find that the under. Oh, Lordy. Philadelphia. You know what? I will say you're persistent, buddy. I'll give you that much, bro. I'm saying we win the Cowboys 35-14. Young Wilson! Thanks for all you do. Tailgate Live was fantastic. It was fun to watch. Go Dallas. Thank you, Young Wilson. The only thing was I was stupid. I should have been actually live streaming while we were out there hanging out and everything else like I did the year before, but I forgot to turn on the camera. But appreciate that. My dance partner can get down, my Kadana. Jason Renfro, member for 36 months. Time to put those Smell Bay dumpsters back home. Damn. Thank you, Rhonda. Marcus, I just couldn't live knowing I was an Eagle fan. What? Joseph? What? Okay. What's the name of the toy or doll be playing with like a toddler? You mean like a tot? Hold up. T-Rex.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
T-Rex, it looks like from here, it looks like you're an Eagle fan. Eagle fan. Let me say, it's Joe Boo. Joe Boo right here. Okay? Joe Boo. I bet you Joe Boo's probably had more kisses from women than you have, bro. I'm just saying, because the ladies dig Joe Boo. And Joe Boo has brought some good luck to me and has actually become kind of famous. So I don't know that I play with dolls. But hey, you do you, bro. You do you. You do you. Thanks for all the Cowboys content. You're welcome. Coyote. Shout out to Coyote. The curse is gone. That, man, that's another one of those things. Shout out to Coyote. That's another thing that we hadn't talked about, too. Has karma finally come around? The voodoo doll. Alan, I did better than that. I took the credit card away. Oh. Joe Boo going to put a spell on T-Rex. Joe Boo is the man.
Famous for a roast beef and fries sandwich.
Roast beef and fries?
With cheese on it.
Well, that's an easy one.
I mean, that's what Green Bay, that's their famous.
Is it like dipped in au jus or anything?
I mean, you can marketize it.
I mean, that sounds like a French dip with cheese. Okay.
Put fries on it.
Well, we got I got the big grill now, so we can put the whole sub on. We can heat up the sub roll and everything on there.
Because in Canada, they're famous for the fries and the curds.
Oh, they put the fries on the sub?
Yeah. But Canada
fries on. Man, I don't like fries on. What the hell?
That's what they're known for.
Don't you know we like French fries on the sub? Don't you know? Please don't use the F word here. Okay, and I hope, Joseph, I hope you came on after, because I doubled down on the F word because I needed it for dramatic effect, because people are always talking about my quarterback, and I had to say F them, okay? All right, so hopefully I didn't offend. And if Maya saw it, tell her I apologize for using it, but at extreme moments. And Joseph, I know you know what I'm talking about. Like when you hit your finger with the hammer, you hit the thumb. You just, there's times and a place. And when it comes to haters, sometimes it's the time to put that place on them. David Wiley, what about a Wisconsin cheeseburger sub? That's kind of, I don't know, cheeseburger.
Sandwich with fries.
I don't know, man. Damn. I cleaned the teeth of Eagle fans today who told me I would root for the boys if Philly loses. I don't know that I want them to root for us.
I want the Eagles to win so they can play in the next round and beat their ass.
Joseph, you mean using the F word, or when you hit your thumb with the hammer? Because I've done that, and the nail gets all black and it's like throbbing, and then you literally need to drill a hole in there to relieve the pressure, to let that blood just, and that's when that's when you got to say it. That's when you got to say it. Jason Renfro with the Super Chat membership gift. Shout out to Jason Renfro. Any new channel members, be sure to go to the community tab and get registered so we can send you your shot glass and your we still have footballs left, the stress balls, okay, and stress balls until the stress balls run out. Free is my second favorite F word. Free. There you go, Rich. Hit the like button, please. Shout out to Young Wilson. All right, so I was talking about Jake Ferguson and the tight ends. I hope we do some 12 personnel, and we are able to actually run the football, because it's playoffs and we haven't been able to run the football. That has been our problem. You could talk about Dak Prescott and the playoffs and things, but if you go back and you look at the losses to the San Francisco 49ers, we rushed the ball for less than 70 yards in each of those games. Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, neither of those guys are getting over 25 yards. Dak Prescott has been like our second leading rusher in those games. And we must be able to run the football in the playoffs. The second problem is stopping the run in the playoffs. You can think back to the Rams when we lost to them in the playoffs on their way to the Super Bowl, where it was fourth down and like 8, and Jared Goff gets the first down. Jeff Heath and Sean Lee, I believe it was, couldn't stop him. You think about San Francisco being able to run the ball really well against us last year. We must be able to stop the run, and getting Hankins back is definitely going to help us on that one. His Green Bay corner playing. Jair Alexander, he turned his ankle. They have not ruled him out. They have not ruled him in. They have not said, but he definitely turned his ankle. The severity of it we have not heard, but it did not sound good. And if he's hurting, their defense was already problematic. That's huge. Casey Stewart, free dental clinic. So you don't take the money from the health insurance? Huh? Do you know how many quarters it's been since they called a holding penalty on Micah? Last time I checked, it was 46 quarters. Let's make it easy, TC. It's been 2 all season. 2 against a man who's had more pressures than anybody else. 2 against a man who's been double teamed more than anybody else. I knew I smelled moldy cheese. A.J. Brown tapped out. Well, unfortunately for the Eagles, they still owe him a lot of money. If they cut him, it's $42 million dead money. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? How are you doing? There's some Christian. Yeah, there's some Packers that won't be playing. Jair Alexander sounds like he's going to be one of them. Where's Kildorf? He was in here for a minute. He doesn't have the same energy. He just doesn't. I think maybe Eastside Herald stole it from him. Who's covered in CD? Probably nobody. If we stop the run, it's over. Bobby Bonitsky, Dan Quinn to Philly and taking Micah Parsons. Bobby Bonitsky, I tell you what, RG, shout out from Navajo Nation. Shout out to RG. Bobby, I will say that Dan Quinn might leave, but I think the last place he would go is to that shitstorm, Philadelphia. Just sorry. You can hope for that. And that's kind of crazy to think that Eagle fans are looking for the Cowboys to save them. I think it's almost poetic. Do a ribeye sub. But see, doing a ribeye sub is close to steak and cheese, though, Rhonda. And see, the steak and cheese this year is it's 0-2. No, that's too close. That's too close, baby. Bobby Bonitsky being delusional. They pair dental insurance to the actual dentist, and we assist him. Oh, okay. Young Wilson, congratulations on 71,000. I remember your first channel. Good work. Young Wilson. Thank you, Young Wilson. Yes, we have hit 71. Wow. 71,000. I hadn't realized we'd gotten that one. Damn. Well, I tell you what, if the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl, I bet you I'll get up to 100. It could happen. Dak is MVP. Jordan Love owns Dak. Good joke, Packer fans. If Dan Quinn leaves, who should get the I think if they hire within, that Joe Witt would probably end up being the defensive coordinator. Have I heard? Very few. We had Philadelphia who popped in for a few minutes, and oh lordy, and we had Twiz Digga, he's hardcore. Twiz Digga is right there, and we finally have some 49er fans.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
49 Packers, Texans, and Eagles trolls in the house. Now the Eagle fans want to be want the Cowboys. Yeah, exactly. Casey Stewart had to see oral surgeon last year. Good special. Brock, oh lordy, Laurel Blizzard. Micah's put pressure on that front office. He made the statement, but Dallas is not letting Micah go. I think that was kind of a message to say you need to do everything you can to try and hold on to Dan Quinn. And I'll be honest with you, hearing like Carolina and Washington and, those teams that were looking to talk to Dan Quinn, those didn't worry me so much. The Seattle Seahawks job would be the job I would think that would entice him. I honestly think that would be the job that he'd say, I know the people of Seattle. I really got my big start there. I had the Legion of Boom there. That would be like an East Side would be like the perfect job. I was seeing East Side said oral question markers. East Side, you're the only one that would take mouth surgery, a root canal, and try and make it dirty. What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong? Oh my God. I just can't. East Side. Damn. And that's what I worry about. Dan Quinn is going to go to the Seattle Seahawks. Eagles fans rolling in. Al Harris for defensive coordinator if Dan leaves. I like that idea too, but I think Joe Witt might get it. Jermaine, breaking news, Cowboys blow it. You can say that if Dak didn't get past the second round again, if Dak didn't win a divisional playoff game, then he is Tony Romo 2.0. Well, if he wins a wild card game, he's got more wins than Tony Romo does. I'm just saying. You might be able to say he's more of Danny White, who went to 3 NFC championship games. There's 30 other teams in the NFL Dan Quinn would much rather go to than the Philadelphia Eagles in any situation.
Or even Washington.
Jason, no, he's been here all night. He's been, pounding his chest because they're a playoff team. And I have to give him credit. CJ Stroud is the real deal. You can't. I mean, Eastside is a pain in the ass, but you can't argue about his team. Go Pack Go is in the house. Okay. All right, we got a Packer fan. What's up, Packer fan? How are you doing tonight?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
The Packers barely made the playoffs. No, seriously, good luck to you guys. Al Harris should take over as defensive coordinator if Quinn leaves. Dak will need to change the narrative. He has a reason why he will make it that far. Joseph Heatherly, but looked hungry. Bobby Beniski, what are your players' props? What are your players' props this weekend? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Oh, my players. Oh, I don't do all that. I just do the regular point spread. Houston Texans are called the Houston Heralds. What a cheesehead fan. How about them Cowboys, Matt? Yeah. I guess we'll need to go ahead and get, damn, what's his name? Oh, shit. We'll have to do that Cam. The Green Bay Packer guy, the huge guy. Oh, my God.
I know who you're talking about because
He's actually sent, the whole, where they come in and say, raid. Yeah, where they raid. What?
The good kind of raid, though. I know what you're talking about.
God.
With,
Degrassi.
Yeah.
Right. We'll have to have the Degrassi cam up. Good evening. How is everybody? Danielle. What's up, Danielle? How are you doing? Okay, let's see. That's Wiz. Go Bucks go. It's kind of funny because last year when we destroyed the Bucks, they said that they were a bad team. I wonder if the Bucks beat the Eagles, what they'll say about that one. I'm asking for a friend.
I would love Baker Mayfield to win another playoff game in his career.
At Christina Johnson, fix your cherry float. Calm down. Please, Daddy Mark. I need to ask Ron. We don't have Riley up in here, and we don't have the Queen here. But I'm curious if the Cowboys get a blowout. What's on the menu for you guys, for you ladies? Is there anything special for playoffs? I'm asking for a friend. I know regular season wins. We got the bras hanging from the fans. Is there anything else that goes on? If we end up getting a blowout against the Packers or anything. Again, I'm a married man, but I'm asking for a friend. Bucks probably win. Mark, you're having a channel member Zoom call tomorrow. Hopefully I can make it. I guess we'll have to do it during the game because tomorrow's the games. We got 2 games tomorrow. So maybe we'll go for an hour during the games and do that. I love a cherry float. Take it. Smiles. Okay. I can see the Buccaneers beating the Eagles. Tom Grassi's dead. Yeah, I remember one year when I was watching him. Careful, Mark, laugh out loud. No, actually, see, Joseph, you haven't seen it. That Tracy had to do a shirt that was a fan with the bra hanging from it because when we started winning, everybody said the bras we're freeing the puppies. Okay, it wasn't me. It was the chat that got wild, and I was just asking for a friend so I could tell Tracy what she's got to do as far as the next T-shirt. Haters get mad. Texas will keep proving haters wrong. Okay, Eastside. Making chicken nachos that day. I don't know what kind of stuff to do. I'm going to have to work on that. I can't wait to see another Philly 500 meltdown. It's going to be epic. We got to wait till Monday on that one. You can see Green Bay run on us. Okay. We'll see. I'm watching 3 games with snacks, but I have to help my family tomorrow before the game. I've got to, tomorrow I got to say goodbye to a great friend. Tomorrow I've got a memorial service in the morning for my friend Alex Lucas. And then I'll be getting back and getting ready for the games. So that's what I have on tap. Mike is on the hot coach seat because he's succeeding. Maybe you showing off that Cowboys gear. Nice studio you have there. Thank you very much, Eddie. Meltdown on money. I'm making some enchiladas for Sunday. That sounds good. God willing. I know, but it's going to be worth it. Do a burger sub and make a Big Mac sub with special sauce. Ward family in the house. Shout out to Ward family. All right, good people. It is 10 o'clock already, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of some business here and get stuff ready for the games and things, and do something with this voice because it's going to be a busy weekend, and I need to have this voice back. Alan Williams, Tom Negrassi. Yes, we'll have the Tom Cam on. Alan Williams. Definitely will be watching him. Philly 500 is probably wearing a Green Bay hat right now. That could be true. And Chuck, the closest thing championship to Houston will be the Michigan one at the NRG. Oh, I meant to say it's going to be worth the wait to see Philly 500 meltdown. It's 9 p.m. here. It is 10 p.m. here. Aloha, see you tomorrow, my main man, Young Wilson. All right, good people. We are going to roll on out of here. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's get something good in here. For old time's sake. For the Eagles fans out there, we miss you guys.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass.